If you live in Georgia and think January is too early to think about gardening, you're definitely not alone. But you might be missing one of the most important months of the growing year. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through what you can plant in Georgia in January, both outdoors and indoors, plus the most important garden tasks you should be focusing on right now to set yourself up for a successful spring. Whether you're a brand new gardener or someone looking to grow more confident in Georgia's climate, this guide will help you get started the right way. Before we talk about what to plant, it's important to understand what January really looks like in Georgia, because gardening here is very different from other parts of the country in cold weather. Georgia spans multiple growing zones, typically USDA zones 7B through 9A, as weather in the northern parts of the state can significantly differ from temperatures in central and southern Georgia. It also means our winters are generally mild, but at times can still be unpredictable. We can have warm days in the 60s followed by sudden freezes, sometimes all in the same week. That's why January gardening in Georgia is less about planting everything at once and more about preparation and cold, hardy crops. Think of January as the foundation month. The decisions you make now, what you plant, what you prepare, and what you avoid have a huge impact on how successful your garden will be once spring arrives. The key is choosing plants that can tolerate cooler temperatures while also protecting them from occasional frost. Let's start with what you can safely plant outdoors in January if you live in Georgia. These are crops that can handle cooler temperatures and even light frost. Garlic is one of the best January crops. If you didn't plant it in the fall, you can still plant garlic cloves now in many parts of Georgia. Garlic needs cold exposure to form proper bulbs, so January planting can still work well. Onions, especially onion sets or transplants, are another great option. Georgia's mild winters are ideal for getting onions established early so they can grow strong before summer heat arrives. Leafy greens are where January really shines. Crops like spinach, collards, kale, mustard greens, and turnips thrive in cool weather. These plants actually become sweeter after exposure to cold temperatures. When planting outdoors in January, make sure your soil is well drained. Cold, soggy soil can cause root rot, even in cold-tolerant plants. So no, you can't just mix the soil with compost and call it a day. That's asking for trouble. It's also a good idea to keep row covers or frost cloth on hand. These lightweight covers help trap warmth during cold nights while still allowing sunlight and air to reach your plants during the day. Some plants, like onion and garlic, are cold hardy and can survive the frost without a cover. However, you should still consider saving some of your fallen fall leaves to use in the garden around the plants as natural root insulation. January is also an excellent time to start certain crops indoors, especially if you want a head start on spring. Cool season vegetables like broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower, and lettuce do very well when started indoors this month. Starting these seeds now allows you to transplant strong seedlings outdoors once the weather begins to warm. January is also a great time to start herbs like parsley and thyme, which can be slow to germinate. To successfully start seeds indoors, you'll need a few basics: seed trays, quality seed starting mix, and a reliable light source. A sunny window usually isn't enough. Grow lights make a huge difference in preventing weak, leggy seedlings. A heat mat can also help improve germination, especially for seeds that prefer warmer soil temperatures. Starting seeds indoors in January gives you stronger plants, earlier harvests, and more control over your garden from the very beginning. One of the most important months for garden preparation. One of the best things you can do right now is test your soil. A simple soil test will tell you what nutrients your garden needs before planting season begins. This prevents over-fertilizing and saves money in the long run. January is also the perfect time to prepare garden beds. Clear out old plant debris, add compost, and improve soil structure while things are slow. Adding compost now allows it to break down gradually and enrich the soil by spring. This is also a great time to order seeds early or visit your local nursery or farm to see what they have to offer. Popular varieties often sell out quickly, especially those that perform well in southern heat. If you grow fruit trees, January to early February is typically a good time for dormant pruning, which encourages healthy growth later in the year. Think apple, lemon, and pomegranate trees. One of the biggest mistakes Georgia gardeners make in January is planting warm season crops too early. Tomatoes, peppers, and squash may seem tempting, but cold soil and frost will set them back or kill them entirely. Another common mistake is overwatering. Plants grow more slowly in winter and don't need as much water. Excess moisture can cause disease and damage. Finally, many gardeners skip frost protection altogether. Even cold, hardy plants benefit from protection during sudden temperature drops. So, invest in garden fabric to protect plants and/or mulch to protect roots. January may feel quiet in the garden, but it's actually one of the most powerful months to get ahead. If you'd like a month-by-month Georgia planting guide, check the link in the description below. I've also included links to a few tools to make your garden ready to tackle. And if you want regular tips tailored specifically to Georgia gardeners, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss what to plant next.